Hey guys, this is Ryan Typhlosion37, and this is going to be my draft analysis for IBG Season 1. Now, um, WPL, I don't do team builders or anything, so I only have one video a week going up every Sunday. And since I'm doing this league, I figured I might as well record and upload it to have something so I'm not only uploading once a week. I figured with a new draft, it would be the best place to start instead of pre-recording a past league that's already pretty much done. So I'm just going to get right into it. Round one, I had 13th pick in the draft out of 16, so it's close to the wheel, not bad. I wanted Celesteela, but I knew there was no way I was going to get it with 13th pick, so I made a different plan without it. And I've always wanted to try this Pokemon. As you can see on screen, I did grab Infernape. I've always wanted to try it, but I've never really had the chance because I wanted other things from Tier 1, and it never lasted, or I just had overlapping typings. I normally get a bulky fire type like Rotom Heat or Arcanine. But Infernape's a really cool mon. Base 108 speed, 104 in both offenses. Moves like Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, Flare Blitz Close Combat, Focus Blast, Fire Blast, Acrobatics, Bulk Up, Calm Mind, Stone Edge, Earthquake. Even more strange sets, you could go like Fake Out, Endeavor, Encore. It gets things like Mach Punch and Vacuum Wave dual priority. Even Feint, I believe, for a third. Stone Edge, Earthquake. You could go Sub Punch, Gunk Shot for Fairies, Grass Knot. It has so much coverage, so many options. It even gets Slack Off for recovery if you need it. Stealth Rocks. Like, this Pokemon has so many options. Thunder Punch as well for um, water types. U-Turn for momentum. It has so many options. It's such a good Pokemon, such a good Mon. Um, very fast, powerful. And I wanted to get this with Alolan Ninetales for Aurora Veil, because Infernape behind Veil is just absolutely terrifying, being able to set up Swords Dances, Nasty Plots pretty much for free because you can take a hit behind Veil. But unfortunately, the pick before me, Alolan Ninetales got sniped for me, so I grabbed what was going to be my round 3 pick and picked up Goodra. Now, Goodra is an amazing Pokemon. I've used it in so many leagues. I'm currently using it in WPL. Base 150 special defense, even without any investment, is almost as high as max special attack modest is. It's only 14 points lower. It has great abilities. Hydration is circumstantial if you're facing a rain team or if you draft rain, but Sap Sipper for grass types or Gooey to slow down physical sweepers. Both very good options. It is one of the best Assault Vest users in the game, in my opinion. But I've also had success with like Curse Rest sets that helped me in WPL 1 week. Life Orb. I did not make it a Z-move user, which I did consider. I've done it before because it has so many options. It has like Draco Meteor, Muddy Water, Fire Blast, I believe Focus Blast as well. Um, yeah, it gets Focus Blast, Rock Slide, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Thunder Punch, Thunderbolt, Superpower. It gets a lot of good physical and special moves. Power Whip as well. Um, two of the Elemental Punches does it get Thunder Punch? Yeah. Um, it does even get Counter, which is a niche little thing if you have the chance to use it. Um, I believe I mentioned Muddy Water. Iron Tail as well to hit specially defensive fairies could come into play. Sunny Day and Rain Dance as well if I want to run like Rest Hydration with Rain Dance. So many good options. Hits really hard. It's not too slow either. I've seen a Scarf Goodra put in work before. Um, so going into round 3, I wanted to pair something amazing with Goodra, and I figured Mega Aggron was one of the best options. I always want to get a Fairy Dragon Steel Core in draft, and Celesteela is normally my go-to Steel type. Otherwise, there aren't many Steel types I like. Mega Aggron is one of them. I may have pulled the trigger a little too early grabbing it round 3, but I figured Goodra Mega Aggron was too good to pass up. And look at these stats. Base 230 defense, 496 with no investment. With Filter as its ability, you can easily just go max HP, max special defense every week, and nothing can break through you. Especially with my next pick, as you'll see, Wish Passing. But base 140 attack as well, with Heavy Slam, not much is switching into that. Gets an amazing move pool. Aqua Tail, Brick Break, Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail, Earthquake, Fire Punch. I believe it gets all the elemental punches. Head Smash if you need the extra power. Iron Head if you don't want to run the Heavy Slam. Low Kick, Outrage, Power Up Punch, Rock Polish as well to set up. Shadow Claw, Super Power, like so many good options. Even Taunt if you're going up against something like a Cresselia and you don't want it to set up against you. It does also get Roar to phase them out. A lot of this team just has a lot of good options. So many different ways you can run them. I just think they're amazing. Aggron does also get counter, and since it's taking every physical hit, you can do a lot of damage with them. Um, if you really want to, I guess you could run like Iron Defense, but that's not that good. So, like, Mega Aggron paired with Gudra, I just thought was really good. And then my next pick, Umbreon. Being able to Wish Pass into Gudra and Aggron without them having reliable recovery is extremely helpful. Them behind Aurora Veil never would have died. This team would have been busted if I got Veil. But Umbreon, the first Mon that really doesn't have very many options. You're normally going to see it like Wish Protect, Baton Pass, Heal Bell, Foul Play, Toxic most of the time. It does get some cool things. I believe it gets Curse. Yeah, so I could like Curse Baton Pass into things, like Mega Aggron if I wanted to. It also gets Moonlight if you don't want to run Wish. Quick Attack, I guess, if you really want it. Like, Umbreon doesn't do many things. I mainly just grabbed it so I could have a Wish Passer for Gudra and Aggron, and then also just more bulk, like 95 HP, 110 defense, 130 special defense. I just really wanted to get some good defensive cores to go with Infernape, and then get more offense later on. That's normally what I do when I draft. So, I really liked Umbreon in this team. Next, Donphan. I do believe this is the only spinner I got because, like, I normally don't really bring Rapid Spin very much, even on Donphan. Like, base 120 defense and attack, base 90 HP. Rest of the stats aren't that great, but Donphan once again has an amazing move pool. Earthquake, Seed Bomb, Gunk Shot, Ice Shard. Fire Fang, Natural Gift can come in handy. Gunk Shot, Poison Jab. Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Heavy Slam, Gyro Ball, Knock Off, Play Rough, Rapid Spin, Seed Bomb. Like, so many options. Superpower, Rocks, obviously. Toxic, Sub. Even Bounce if you want to hit those nice Heracrosses. Counter as well. I have a lot of counter on this team. I didn't realize that. So, this thing, people normally don't expect it to put in a lot of work. They normally expect it to be defensive with Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin. But Donphan does so much damage, especially if they're under prepped for it. Like, Earthquake spam is amazing, paired with the coverage this thing has and Priority and Ice Shard. It's extremely useful. You can run like Banded Donphan and just run through your opponents if they're not expecting it. I always like having a ground type, and this gave me that, so people can't freely Volt Switch around me. And that especially helps with my next pick being Slowbro. I wanted to fill out my Fairy Dragon Steel core and Fire Water Grass core, so I started going towards that again. Now, I do have Shaman on my plan, and I was going to grab it here because I figured it was very likely to be sniped, but I just figured I needed Slowbro for my draft more because it synergizes extremely well with Umbreon and Aggron taking the fighting type hits, which I didn't have a resist to before. It's weak to Bug, which Aggron and Infernape beat. It's weak to Electric, which Donphan and Gudra beat. Like, my Pokemon right now all synergize extremely well with each other, except maybe Infernape. But my defense is really good. Base 95 HP, 110 defense, same as Umbreon, but 80 special defense as opposed to 180 or 130. But this thing can set up Trick Room if I need to for, say, Aggron and Donphan. And then it can Calm Mind and Sweep itself, even Nasty Plot, I believe, or is that... No, that's just Slow King, but Regenerator is an absolutely amazing ability. And you can even run Oblivious, so you can't get taunted and freely set up Calm Minds against people. Most of the time you're going to see it run Slack Off to stay alive. Toxic is good. It gets Tri-Attack, I don't know why. Psy Shock to hit special walls a little harder. Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, even Seismic Toss could come in handy. Scald, obviously, for burning. It does get Magic Coat to bounce back hazards if I need it. Say I'm going up against Sticky Webs. Um, Disable could be niche. Um, does this thing get counter? Another counter mon. Apparently all of my mons get counter, but Slowbro, once again, just like Umbreon, not too many options, but it gives me some good bulk. So, moving on to the rest of my draft, I did manage to grab Shaman, which I was very happy about. I did not think it would last to around 7. I am so happy it lasted to around 7. And I did forget to mention with Infernape, but I did make it my Zmon, and then Shaman is actually my next Zmon. Infernape was my Z Captain. So, Shaman, base 100 across the board, can be bulky, can be offensive. For bulky, you have like Subseed, Synthesis, Healing Wish for support, Aromatherapy. It gets a lot of great support moves. Um, Even Quick Attack for priority if you really need it. It can Swords Dance, like Swords Dance, Zen Headbutt, Quick Attack, Seed Bomb. Don't know what really else it gets. It's not that great of a physical attacker, but especially offensive. Seed Flare with 40% chance to lower your opponent's special defense. Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power. Not many. Everything that resists Seed Flare gets hit by all three of those moves. It's very, very useful. Grass Knot, Giga Drain, Hidden Power, obviously. Psychic. Um, Tailwind is very useful if you're going up against a super fast team. Even Rest isn't bad because it does have Natural Cure, so you can just rest and switch out, get all your HP back. Shaman, not quite as many options as a couple of the other Pokemon on my team, but it is one of my personal favorite grass types in format. So next, I kept getting sniped on my fairy types. I wanted Florges, that went. I wanted Alolan Ninetales, as I said, that went. So at this point, there were only 2 fairies left in Tier 3, and I already had my Tier 4 and 5 planned. So I went ahead and got Gardevoir. The other option was Ribombee, but as you can see with my next pick, I am getting a bug type. Gardevoir I've used before. I have not used it in a while, and I think this might be the only duplicate type on my team, giving me a second Psychic type with Slowbro. But I do have Donphan and Dodrio, I guess, to cover the Ghost. So, Gardevoir, base 125 special attack, 115 Spadef. I really wish its special defense and speed were swapped, because then Gardevoir would be a lot more threatening. But even so, 125 attack, great Scarfer. It gets Moonblast, Psyshock, Psychic, Focus Blast, Calm Mind, Destiny Bond, Energy Ball. I believe it gets Thunderbolt as well. Yeah, Shadow Ball, Taunt, Trick Room. This gives me another Trick Room setter. It's a great Choice Scarf trick user to get other Pokemon crippled. It even gets Signal Beam, Shadow Sneak for priority if you really need it that badly. It gets Pain Split and Wish for recovery. So this gives me a second Wish Passer if I can't bring Umbreon. Charge Beam, I guess, if I really need it. Um, I don't think it gets any other super useful moves. I guess Hypnosis could come in handy, or Icy Wind to lower their speed. Maybe even Magical Leaf if I need it. But Psych Up could also be cool to copy opponent stat changes. Stored Power with Calm Mind. It has a lot of options. I do wish it was faster, but I really like Gardevoir on this team. I think it fits decently, especially with my next pick, Galvantula. Now, Galvantula I did not pick to have sticky webs. I picked it because I wanted a fast electric, and it was the only one left that wasn't tier 5. So, Galvantula, Compound-Ized Thunder is its main gimmick. I believe it gets Thunder to 91 accuracy, so you can spam it. Bug Buzz to hit pretty much anything else. Energy Ball for ground types, I guess. Um, Not really much else. It does get Sucker Punch. I've ran Sucker Punch a couple times to catch things off guard. Volt Switch, obviously. Other than that, it's pretty much just has webs. Galvantula is a pretty narrow Pokemon, not many options, but it does give me 108 speed, same as Infernape. And webs can help a couple of my Pokemon, Shaman, Gardevoir, Lycanroc, and Dodrio, which I have. It is kind of forced to run Sash a lot if I want to guarantee webs up, which is kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. So next up, I kind of had to change my plan after, I believe it was around 7 after I took Shaman. Someone took Porygon 2 from me, which was on my plan. So I was going to originally get, like, Vikavolt tier 4. I believe I was going to get, like, I don't remember what my tier 5 was, but I had a different plan. So Galvantula I was not going to get, I was going to have Vikavolt. But after P2 got sniped, I just decided, screw it. I'll just get Dodrio. I've wanted to try it for a while, but before that, I grabbed Lycanroc Dusk. Getting this thing in Tier 4 during round 10, I feel like is a very, very good deal. 110 speed, 117 attack with Tough Claws. This is my last Z-move user because it does have its own Z-move. Splintered Storm Shards, I believe it's called. Rock, great priority, especially with Tough Claws after a Swords Dance. Brick Break, Crunch, Drill Run. Drill Run by Tough Claws is stronger than Earthquake. It gets Endeavor if I want to go Sash Endeavor, Rock. Fire Fang to hit Steel types along with the Brick Break. Iron Head, Outrage. Rock Polish if I really need it. Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, Swords Dance I already mentioned, and then Zen Headbutt. It does get counter as well if I want to run that. Iron Tail for fairies, I believe, could be useful, though it does have Iron Head, so eh. Once again, not too many options, but I really liked Lycanroc. I didn't have a rock type. It gives me good speed, especially with Trick Room, or not Trick Room, Sticky Webs. I feel like Lycanroc was just a really good pickup for this point, and it gave me another typing. So, finally, round 11, I picked up Dodrio. I've wanted to use Dodrio in this format for quite a while, actually. We had it Tier 4 for a couple seasons before this league rebranded, and I just never had a time to use it. They did move it back down to Tier 5, which I can see, but base 110 attack, base 110 speed, it does get agility and Swords Dance. I can Baton Pass Swords Dance in this league, which could be cool. Baton Pass into, say, Lycanroc, and then potentially even set up again with Lycanroc itself, and try to sweep. Endeavor Quick Attack could be cool. Facade for burns, knockoff, jump kick, brave bird. That's pretty much its entire offensive move pool. It does also get taunt, um, curse, I guess, if I really need it, but most of the time it's just going to have like jump kick, knockoff, quick attack, return, brave bird, maybe swords dance, and then I guess maybe natural gift if I really need it. Maybe drill peck instead of brave bird to not take recoil, but doesn't have too many options. I just wanted to try it out. I've always wanted to try it out. I thought it was cool. Decent stats, not too bad for a tier 5 round 11 pick. Let me know what you guys think of the draft. I will say, after week 1, I did make a couple transactions because I was offered something I just couldn't pass up. So, if you guys are excited for the rest of the IBG season, I think I'll be uploading these Wednesdays or Thursdays. I might just upload it whenever I feel like it. I don't know. Sorry for the long video. This is by far the longest video I've uploaded, but thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. My Twitter will be in the description. See you guys next time.